repository, central and local repository, version control, what and why, version control tools, what is Git, what language used in Git, and why Git wins over other tools, Git installation, Git and GitHub, Git operations and commands, workflow of Git, advantages, conclusion, and problems. So, introduction. GitHub is an immense platform for code hosting. It supports version controlling and collaboration, also allows developers to work together on projects, and offers both distributed version control and source code management functionality of Git. And Git is a modern and widely used distributed version tool system in the world, and is developed to manage projects with a high speed and efficiency. Before moving to Git, let us briefly understand what is GitHub. So GitHub is an American multinational corporation that provides hosting for software development and version control using Git, and it offers basic services free of charge and support version controlling and collaboration, and host source code of a project in the form of different programming languages, and keep track of the various changes that is made by programmers. So GitHub is extremely important to software developers to work on a web-based platform to share their projects and collaborate with other developers. So the platform that must be version control system that must it must enable multiple peoples to simultaneously work on a single project, or each person edit her own his own copy of the files, and choose to when to share the changes with rest of the team. And the application that must be also capable of hosting millions of programmers, and they can download and evaluate each other's work. So GitHub is one such platform of choice for developers that can host multiple programmers and review their code. And GitHub service was GitHub service was developed by Chris Fanshawe and PJ. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Mic on.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, cut the mic.
Okay, so GitHub service was developed by Chris Fanshawe, PJ Hyatt, Tom Preston Werner, and Scott Chacon using Ruby on Rails, and started in February 2008. On June 19, 2008, GitHub expanded its GitHub education by offering free education bundles to all schools. And in July 2020, the GitHub Archive program was established, and to archive its open source code in perpetuity. Okay. Uh, GitHub is the platform of choice for developers from various large corporations too. So Microsoft is the number one contributor to this system, but there are also Google, IBM, and many others. So here we can GitHub, where we can discover code that is written by others. We can learn from it, even use it for our own project. And version control on GitHub, that works very much like Microsoft Office or Google Drive. It simply track all the changes that meet in our code, who makes them. So we can always review the detailed changes, or that only host all of the relevant information. We can also GitHub that also eliminates the need for complex corporate security solution, because everything is on cloud. Next, we can discuss about what is repository. Okay, it's simply a storage space for correct project that we working on. Okay, Repository is a directory or storage space where our project can live, and it can be local to a folder on our computer, or it can be a storage space on GitHub or any other online host. We can keep code files, image files, text files, and name it inside a repository. The figure that shows how can we create a repository in GitHub. So here I create a repository called Git and GitHub. Okay. Later I will show you how can we create a repository. Okay. And there are mainly two types of repository: central repository and local repository. So central repository is typically located on remote server and exclusively consists of .git repository folder and meant for team to share and exchange data. Whereas local repository is typically located on local machine and it resides as a .git folder inside our project root, and only admin of the machine can work with this repository. So here we can say that GitHub is the central repository. So here we can it allows us to share our files, whereas Git that allows us to create a local repository. Next, we discuss about what is version control and why. So version control system is a software that tracks the changes to a file or a set of files over time, so that we can recall specific versions later, and it allows us to work together with other programmers, and it's a collection of software tools that helps a team to manage changes in a source code, and it uses a special kind of database to keep track of every modification to the code, and developers can compare earlier versions of the code with an older version to fix mistake. So when we think of a version control system, control as a management system that manages the things that we make in our project till the end. So the changes that we make in your project, that might be some kind of adding a file, adding some new files into our repository, or something like that, we modifying the older files by changing the source code or something. So the version control system that does is that every time when we make a change in our project, that creates a snapshot of our entire project. So snapshots are actually known as versions. So we can simply say that version control is the management of changes to documents, computer programmers, large websites, and other collection of information. So these changes are usually termed as versions. So it offers a speedy interface to developers and allows software team to preserve efficiency and agility according to the team scales to include more developers. And version control system provides backup. If any case, if our central server that crashes, so always there is a backup that is available in our local server. Next, we discussed about types of version control system. There are mainly three types: localized version control, centralized, and distributed. So we can discuss about one by one. Localized version control system that maintains track of files within local system, and it is very common and simple, and it has a database that kept all changes to files under revision control, and it has a drawback, single point of failure. Okay, the figure that shows a localized version control system. Next, we discuss about centralized version control system. These systems have a single server that contains the versioned files and some clients to check out the files from a central place, and everyone on the system have information about the work what others are doing on the project, and administrators have a control over other developers, and it is easier to deal with centralized version control system than a localized version control system. And localized version control system that facilitate with a server software component which shows and manages the different versions of the file. So the following figure that shows a centralized version control system, and it has also drawback single point of failure that the centralized repository that represent if it goes down during that period, the collaboration and saving version changes that is not available, so the central database that become corrupted. Next we discuss about distributed version control system. In a distributed version control system, the user has a local copy of the repository. So the local repository contains all the files and metadata that are present in the main repository, and it allows automatic management, branching and merging, and it is ability to work offline and does not rely on single location for backups. And every user can check out the snapshot of the code and they can fully mirror the repository. So I already say about the term snapshot. So they are actually known as different versions. Okay. Okay, that means snapshot that is actually the entire set of our project at a particular time. That means it will contain what kind of files in our project is storing at that time and what kind of changes that we have, and that's type of particular version contained. Next, this figure that shows a distributed version control system. Okay, here we can see that it contains multiple repository and each user has their own repository and working copy. Okay. Next, we discuss about version control tools. Okay. In order to cooperate version control system in our project, we have to use some version control tools. So they are the top version control systems. First is CVS. CVS is the most popular revision control system. Then next is SVN. Apache Subversion is abbreviated as SVN and is aims to be a best match successor to widely used CVS tool. Next is Mercurial. It is the most distributed revision control tool and which is written in Python, and it is intended for software developers. Next is Bazaar. It is a revision control tool that is based on a distributed and client server repository model. Then another one is TFS. So TFS is acronym for Team Foundation Server, that is a version control product by Microsoft. So it is based on a client server distributed repository model and has a proprietary license. Next, we discuss about Git. Git is the most popular version control system. Okay. Next, we discuss about what is a Git. So Git is a distributed version control system for tracking changes in source code during software development. And it is designed for coordinating work among programmers, but it can be used to track changes in any set of files, and it is easy to learn and has a fast performance, and it's a free software that is distributed under the terms of the GNU General Public License version 2. And Git Foundation of many services like GitHub and GitLab. So we can Git without using any other Git services, so it can be used either privately or publicly, and it was created by Linus Torvalds in 2005 to develop Linux kernel, and it is used as an important distributed version control tool for the DevOps. Next, we discuss about what language that is used in Git. Okay, it uses C language, so it is very fast, and C language that makes it possible by reducing the overhead of runtimes associated with high-level languages. Okay, C is not like other high-level language. It is very close to machine language, so it reduces all the runtime overheads, and it makes all the processing very fast, and Git is very small and it is very fast. Next, we discuss about why Git wins over other tools. So, first feature is economical. It is released under general public license, and it is for free and is open source. And that means we don't have to pay any money to download it, Git in system, and all heavy lifting is done on central side, because everything we it do in our own entire workspace. So next is non-linear. Um, it support non-linear development of software when we working with a Git, and it is actually records all the current state of a project by creating a tree graph from the index. So we know that tree is a nonlinear data structure. So it also includes techniques where we can navigate and visualize all of our work that we are currently doing. Hello, am I audible? Hello,
Yes.
okay. Next is snapshot. So snapshot that records the changes that is made to a file rather than file itself. I mentioned in previous slides. Okay. Next is distributed. Distributed, it means that the feature the Git that provides, it gives us a power of having a local repository, and it lets you have a copy of the development history, that is which is located in the central repository, and it fetch all the files from the central repository to get our local repository, and it is always updated. And there might be a number of collaborators or developers. They might be living in different parts of the world. For example, someone may be in India or USA, but they have local copy. So we can say that distributed is distributed worldwide. Next, we discuss about speed. Speed offered by Git is lightning fast compared to other version control tools. That is, fetching data from local repository is 100 times faster than remote repository. And according to the test that is conducted by Mozilla, Git is one order of magnitude faster, and which is about 10 times faster than other version control tools. That I have already told that Git uses C language. So it is not like other high level, it is close to machine language, so that become more fast. Next, we discuss about robust. It is nearly every task in Git is undoable. Next is integrity. No changes that can be made without Git recording it. Next is branching. Branching, Git is actually facilitates non-linear development, that is actually by branching. So Git is the only one which has a branching model. So Git that allows, and it is actually encourages you to have multiple local branches, and all of our branches are actually independent of each other. Creation, merging, and deletion, all of these branches, that actually takes only a few seconds. So there is a thing that's called master branch. That means the main branch which starts from the start of our project to the end of the project. So it will always contain a protection quality code. So it always contains the entire project. So that's why Git wins over other tools. Next, we discuss about how can we install Git in our system. So here I discuss how can we install Git in Ubuntu. So first start by updating the package index using sudo apt update. After that, we can install Git in our system using sudo apt install Git command. After that, If you want to verify our installation, then use git minus minus version command. After that, we can configuring git user and email. Then using git config minus minus global user dot email. Then enter the email. Then after entering the email address, git config minus minus global user dot name. Then enter the username. Next, we can discuss about Git and GitHub, how they works. So the diagram that see is actually the diagram which represent that what exactly GitHub and what what is exactly Git. Okay, right hand side diagram that is actually shows the typical layout of a distributed version control system. So here there is a central server or central repository. So what is a repository? I already told that it is a data space where we can store all the project files or any kind of files that is related to our project. Okay. First, the developer make changes in their local repository. Then after that, push those changes into the central repository or transfer those changes. Then they can update local repository with all the new files that are pushed into the central repository. That is by an operation called pull. And this is how they fetch data from central repository. So then we can focus on this diagram. So here we can see that the GitHub is going to be the central repository, and Git is the tool that is going to allows us to create our local repository. So people always confused about the term Git and GitHub. What is the difference? So I simply say that Git is a version control tool that allows us to perform all these operations to fetch data from the central server and just push all of our log files into central server. So this is what a Git allows us to do. Whereas GitHub is a code hosting platform for version control collaboration, where GitHub is just a company that allows us to host our central repository in a remote server. Okay. Next, we can discuss about Git commands and operation. So I just only mention about the basic commands only. So let us see. Before initializing Git command, first we have to create a new repository. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. So first we have to create a new repository. So first we have to log into a GitHub account. Then first take plus button, then create a new repository. So I name it as a GS20 Megha. Okay. Then we can give a description for it according to, if you want, we can add a repository details. So I here type it as this is my first repository. Okay. After that, we can choose either private or public. So if we take public, that is anyone on the internet, they can see the repository, they can choose who can commit. If we take private, we choose who can see and commit to our repository. So I take private. Then we can initialize repository, add a readme file, then add git ignore command and choose the license. So here I add a readme file, then we can create a repository. Okay, now our repository is created. So if you want to update or change anything on created repository, we can select the setting tab. Then here we can add if you want to change anything, then we can edit. Okay. Next, first of all, we have to initialize an empty Git repository. So first of all, we take a folder in our file system where we want to pull our files from GitHub or push our files into GitHub. So let's take a folder in our file system. Okay, I just create a folder. Megha. Then we can open terminal. Terminal in the decided folder. Okay. Then first we have to initialize an empty Git repository. For that we use git init command. Okay. So now our repository is initialized. Then next, second step is to obtain an access to our repository. So we can use git remote add origin command and paste the repository link. So git remote add origin. Then we can copy here we can copy the repository link, then copy and paste here. Okay, after that next step is after getting access to the repository, we can either do push operation or pull operation. Pull operation that which retrieves our files from the repository, or push operation that insert files into repository. So first we for that we use git pull origin main command. Git So we have to add enter our username. Then add password. Okay, so now we can see that readme file from the repository that has been retrieved into the folder. Okay, next discuss about push operation. Okay, first we have to push our files into the git folder. So first we can take a file called sample1. So just a text file. Then I copy and paste in git folder. Okay, after that we can check the status, okay, using git status command. Okay, so after checking the status, we can see that the files that we just copied into the git folder, that is showing in red color. That means because it is not doesn't add this file into our repository. Now let's see how can we add a file into our repository. So first we use git add -a command. We can if we want to add more than one files, we use git add -a. If we want to add only a specific file, then just enter the name of the file. So here I only add one file, so I just enter the name. Okay, git add sample1. Okay, while giving the name, while we giving the name of the file, adding, make sure that you give the exactly the same name as it shows when we check the status. Okay, we can again check the status. Okay, now it's turned to green color. That means this file is added into our repository. Okay. Next, now we need to come the files that we added into the Git. So we use git commit command. Okay, git commit -m. Then we can type a message here. Okay, I type. This is my first commit. I add. This is my first commit. Okay. After that, if if we want to checking the git log, we can use git log command. So we can see all of our files, all of our previous activities. Let's do that. Git log. So here we can say that author is Megha Chandran and the date, time, and all. Okay. Next is we have, let's see how can we create a branch in our repository. For that, we use git branch name command for creating a branch. So let's do that. Git branch enter a branch name. So I take first branch. Okay. Now branch is created. Next we can check out the branch. That means we can switch the branch into center repository. So let's move the newly created branch into use git checkout command, that the name of the branch. Let's do that. Git checkout the enter the branch name. Okay, now switch the branch to first branch. Then next we can push the file. So for pushing a file into our repository, we use git push origin, then the branch name. Okay. Then enter the username, then password, okay. It's done. Then we can check in our GitHub account. Okay, so we can we switch to first branch. Then let's check out. Yes, now the sample one, that file I push into repository, we can see here. Okay. So I just mentioned about the basic commands. There are many commands in it. Okay. Next we discuss about workflow of a Git. So here is the working directory and local repository. So staging areas are indexed, the intermediate layer between workspace and local repository. So we have to add our files into the staging area or index with the git add command and commit those changes using git commit command. Then if you want to push all the files into the remote repository, we use git push command. Then if we want to fetch the files, all the files from our git repository, we use git pull command. Or if we want to use branches, and if you want to move a branch from one to another, we use git checkout command. Or if you want to combine the work of different branches together, we can use git merge command. So this is how the work of git. Next, we discuss about the advantages, that is performance. Git performs very strongly and reliably when compared to other version control systems. New code changes can be easily committed, version branches can be effortlessly compiled and merged, and code can also be optimized optimized to perform better. Another is security. So Git is designed specially to maintain the integrity of source code file. The file contains the, as well as the relationship between file and directory, tags, commits, versions, etc. And this flexibility, a key design objective of Git is the kind of flexibility it offers to support several kind of non-linear development workflows and its efficiency in handling both small scale and large scale project as well as protocol. Then another advantage is wide acceptance. Git is the most widely accepted system owing to its universally accepted usability and performance standards. And there is quality open source project. So Git is a widely supported open source project with over 10 years of operational history, and people maintaining the project are very well matured and possesses a long-term vision to meet the long-term needs of users by releasing the staged upgrades at regular intervals of time to improve functionality as well as usability. Let's conclude. Git is a free and open source versioning developed by Linus Torvalds, and it is used by millions of developers around the world. And GitHub also offers free code hosting services, and Git is responsive. It is easy to use and inexpensive. And GitHub is an online database that allows you to keep track of and share your Git version control projects outside of a local computer or server. So GitHub is a for-profit service. These are my preference. So any questions? Hello?
Questions?